Hello, everybody! It's everybody's favorite mythical creature, the one, the only, Mr. Toad, saying, how is everybody? Sorry for the absence. What could draw Mr. Toad out of his holler to do a video? It would be the 1 year anniversary of a dear friend, the one and only Ghost Cobb, Sean Safor. Sean, you're one of my closest friends, and it's an honor to know you and to see the positive effect you have on so many people, including myself. You've checked up on me. You and Luca the Cave and a few others have checked up on me during this absence, and it's very appreciated. I wish I lived a lot closer so that I could um, enjoy the company with you and your lovely wife and your daughter and Luke and his family. Just both of you guys are phenomenal friends. Um, Happy early birthday! I'm going to remember and try to do something. Probably a video for your birthday or whatever. But you're one of few I consider to be a good friend, and so congrats on the 1 year anniversary. Now, on to the question of the hour. You probably know how hard this was for me, and you're probably laughing right now as you watch this because you know how much I love history. Um, and it was a very, very hard choice on how to answer your question because there's so many events in history that I've looked at that I have thought to myself, hey, I'd love to have been there. The Pan American Expo, the shooting of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, the Nuremberg rallies, the Nuremberg trials. Um, all of those events are great, and I would love to have been a fly on the wall for all of those events. But there is one event that stands above the rest just a little bit in my mind, and that is the date of August the 6th, 1890. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what the hell happened on August the 6th, 1890? And that is the execution of William Kemmler. August the 6th, 1890, Auburn, New York. William Kemmler had been a fruit salesman or fruit stall owner and an illiterate German immigrant. He had killed his girlfriend because he thought she was cheating on him. The usual story. The funny thing is, or not really humorous, but in a way it was, because he was illiterate, he didn't read the papers. So he didn't know that New York had outlawed hanging in 1888. And so he went to the bar after he killed her and said, I killed my girlfriend and I will gladly hang for it. So between 1888 and 1890, they come up with this newfangled method of execution, which would later become the gold standard for most states throughout the 19th century, or throughout the late 19th century, all of the 20th century, and up to 4 years ago, actually, was the last time the electric chair was actually used was 2003 by Virginia. Now, it's still on the books in many states as an option, but it's gained, it's not as popular as it once was. But the reason that this date stands in my mind is because the design was fine. They chose a chair design. Then it came another event in American history that's met with the War of the Currents. And that was, with this execution, and that was the War of the Currents. William Kemmler became a pawn in the battle between George Westinghouse and Thomas Edison. And of course, the state of New York chose Westinghouse's alternating current, and Westinghouse wouldn't sell them the battery, so they had to buy the battery from a place in Brazil. Another little interesting fact there. However, some reports say that Westinghouse was in the audience of the execution because him and Edison both were given passes to come and witness this historic event. Edison chose not to, and well, anyway. The event went horrible. Just horrible. They brought the condemned in. They strapped him in the chair. Mind you, this is 1890. They have no clue on what to do. They don't have it down to a science. All they had done before that was tested on dogs. They didn't know how to kill a human by electrocution. So they strapped Kemmler down and just thought, okay, they flipped the switch, 17 seconds goes by. He should be dead. They flip the switch, back turning it off. The doctor goes over. He listens to Kemmler. He pronounces him dead. Kemmler lets out a loud groan. They flip the switch again. This time, 60 seconds. Mind you, this is about 3,000 volts of alternating current going through the body at 60 seconds. They claim that the room smelled like burnt flesh, and they claimed that the meat on Kemmler had carbonized, that it had pretty much turned into shoe leather. Whether that's the truth or not, I don't know. But from that day until 2013, when the final electrocution happened, so 120 plus years, electrocution, the electric chair, ran the country, especially in the South. And it, everybody you grow up hearing stories of old Sparky, old Smokey, and just all these different stories. Well, they all got to start from somewhere. And for me, personally, the death of William Kemmler, as tragic as it was, the death of William Kemmler is definitely that point in which I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall just to see what started everything. I hope that has been a suitable answer for your question. Again, great contest. I hope that I win, but I know there will probably be thousands of more entries, and some will be better. Most will be better because it depends on the personal interest in history whether or not the person enjoys it. But this has been Story Time with Mr. Toad, and be on the lookout for more on this topic at a later date. I hope this has been an electrifying VR for you, and once again, man, congrats on the 1 year anniversary of the YTPC, and happy early birthday. This is the one and only Mr. Toad, everybody's favorite mythical creature, saying, I'm gone.